Hello again, it's Noob and you're watching my side channel Side Noob, and on this channel we do all sorts of content that my main channel doesn't do, and one of them is look at MREs or ration packs, meals ready to eat, whatever you want to call them, as well as all sorts of things like looking at lock puzzles, lock related items, lock reassembly, just stuff I wouldn't normally do. But I'm very excited about this one. This is a Spanish lunchtime ration, B2, I think, and I've got no idea what to expect from this really. It does make me feel happy that it says lunch on here, which means, and it's got individual combat ration written there. That's useful because it means that I might have an idea of what's actually inside when I open it. In terms of the date, just trying to look here, November 21, so it's well within date. Let's actually undo it and see what's inside. I'm actually quite excited about this one as a fan of food from Spain. Not that ration packs often, you know, resemble the finest cuisine from any given nation, especially if the recent British ration pack that I reviewed is like. Anyway, okay, so do we have any English writing here? Armed Forces, yes, look at this. Ah, perfect. So what do we have to enjoy here? One bag of vegetable instant soup, tin of meatballs with peas. Oh no, I hate tin peas. They're always like grey and weird tasting. Tin of sardines, I like sardines, nothing wrong with that. A tin of fruit cocktail and syrup, lovely. Tin of pate, delicious. Then we've got some other stuff like stoves and paper and hand disinfectant and things, which is kind of nice. It shows you how to make the little stove and the matches and stuff. I like this. You know, if you got this, you can have a hot meal, and that's kind of cool. Okay, so that's the soup. Very nice. Oh, nice big tins of stuff as well. I like the fact they're in all this deep green. Not sure what that one would be. Hold on, actually, say that. What does that say? Fuerzas Armadas. Got to look that up. No idea what one that is. Ah, okay. I can't read Spanish. But that one looks like the meatballs with peas. Okay, meatballs and peas. That, I'm guessing, is the pate. Yeah, that's pate a la pimenta. So I think, is that pepper pate? Peppers? Possibly. These are heating blocks. Those are some cool little matches. I like those. Very sweet. Put those to one side. Don't need those. Oh, a fluoride toothpaste. I'm going to look at that. Mints. I think those are the water purification tablets. Isotonic drinks. We'll have a look at those. With vitamin C. Yeah, okay, cool. Isotonic drink pouches. Lots of them. I think I'll probably only make one up, since they all look the same. But you get quite a lot of isotonic drinks. I suppose if you're on a march, always good. What's this one? Disinfectant gel. That's kind of cool, especially in these times. Not seen that in a pack before. Nice to think that they care about your hands. Tin of sardines. I actually like sardines. I know. Can you hear that? I'm assuming that is, what's this one then? That's a fruit cocktail. What? I mean, that's not going to be bad, is it? It's just not going to be bad at all. Some serviettes, I think, and a little folding stove. I'll keep that. I won't do that here because I'm actually inside, but I think my eldest son would be quite interested in that. So to put that to one side. Okay, so I mean, it's quite a nice little spread. I think it'll be, you know, that's actually quite a nice lunch, isn't it? A bit of soup, fruit cocktail for pudding, some meatballs, sardines, and some pate. Do you know what's actually missing with this? Is some kind of biscuit or something to eat it with. There doesn't seem to be any sort of like carbohydrates with this particularly. Nothing you can put things on. Anyway, let me just go make all of this up, put it on a plate, and I'll be back in a second. Here we are. The only thing that needs to be heated up was the meatballs, which I have to say smell horrible. The gravy is really watery, and well, the peas are, well, they're not pea colour, are they? And they don't even look, I mean, they're not pea texture or pea colour. They're just going to taste like this horrible tin peas. I just know it before I try it. And these, they look like something an agricultural vet might remove from some livestock. And it's really unappealing. The pate looks good. Sardines look like normal tin sardines. And the fruit thing, I mean, it's alright, but I can't see any of those nice cherries. It's not a posh one, is it? So you don't like get the really cheap tin fruit, and then you get the ones with little grapes in. I'm going to have a delve down there, but I'm not convinced it's going to be particularly good. Also, there's no rice, there's no crackers, there's no potatoes, there's nothing. There's nothing like to move any of this into your mouth. There wasn't even a spork, so they've got all these other bits and bobs around. You know, they've got some hand gel, which is very nice, so, you know, let's disinfect up. But why wouldn't you have a spork? I mean, I know that most people would have some form of fork or spoon or something, but I mean, you know, it's got its own neat little heater. It's got all the other things you need, but nothing to get the food into your mouth. Anyway, as ever, let's try the drink first. This is one of those isotonic drinks. I imagine it's lemon flavoured, but I don't know for sure. Let's have a go. Yep, nope, that tastes exactly like soap. It's got zero flavour. Yeah, it's just isotonic. I mean, there's no flavour. It just tastes of the various salts and stuff that they put in it. That is so bizarre. Yeah, it just tastes like soap. You know, like bicarbonate of soda, that kind of like soapy. Ugh. There's nothing to it. Okay, right. Soup. Look at these little islands of sorrow just floating miserably on top. I mean, that is, if you had a picture of what sad looked like, that is exactly what sadness looks like. I mean, let's just poke around. Let's isolate one of these little sad islands. Okay, I'm going to give it a go. I mean, it's not even got texture, it's just mush. Let's have a go for the soup. Hold on. I mean, after that, anything with flavour is better. And it's warm, it's okay. It doesn't really taste of anything though. It smells of... it smells like what cardboard would smell like if you made it out of week-old green beans. It's such a weird, unappealing smell, but it's not a horrible soup. I mean, you could eat it. Next up, I guess that these are sort of appetizers, and I've got some leftover crackers. These are actually, I think, apple and chili or something like that, so they're completely not what you'd have in an MRE pack, but it's the best I had. And quite often these MREs have something like hardtack biscuit or something, so let's try a bit of the pate, which I thought had peppers in it, but clearly just looks like a nice pate. Okay, I'm going to go full pate on this one. There you go, ready? It's alright. I dare say that's not too bad at all, actually. Yeah, okay. I've had worse. That's actually perfectly fine. Let's see if I can balance a sardine on one of these. Probably only half a sardine, I'll be honest. Otherwise I'm going to end up wearing the sardine. Let's lob this on. I quite like sardines. A lot of people don't. I can understand why. They're a bit strong. But there you go, look at that. Now that is exactly what you want to serve somebody on their first date, isn't it? I mean, if anything screams romantic, it's quivering jelly-like fish stuff. Yeah. Let's have a go at this. Ready? Ah. Yep. Actually tastes really good. Yeah, I like that. What I don't like about sardines in general is the fact they don't fully debone them. So you always end up sort of kind of crunching fish spine. But, you know, once you get over that, it's actually pretty tasty. Yeah, alright. I mean, as far as tin sardines go, that's pretty good. I was going to wash the flavour away because sardines are quite strong with this, but I don't know. I'd rather lick some soap, but let's have a go. Wow, it's actually getting. I think it's almost in like negative flavour territory right now. All right, this is the one which I'm least. You know what? Most people wouldn't want to try the sardines, I reckon, and be quite willing to try the meatballs, but this actually smells worse than a lot of things I've given cats before. So I'm just generally not looking forward to it, but it might taste better than it looks. Go in with the meat first. Here we go. Ah, wish me luck. Okay. Do you know what? It's one of those ones where you've got to sort of hold your nose because the smell of the tinned meat is so much worse than the actual flavour. Like, out of 5, the smell is a 2. The flavour of the meatballs is probably a 3.5. I hate, look at these. Just look at that. Imagine you were a pea and you grew up your entire life in a little pod and your destiny was to turn fat, swollen and grey. Ugh, sounds like me. They literally had nothing. I mean, they tasted this thin gravy at this point, which is a blessing because if they just tasted like tin peas, that'd be vile. But, yeah, might eat 1 or 2 more of these later, but I think that's going to be a lot. Please, 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 let that pudding be slightly better. Should we have a rummage first? I was wrong, look at this. It's a semi-posh one. I can't see. Can you see there's a... You see that? I assume that's not a scab. It's actually a tiny piece of cherry balanced on a grape. So I've got peach in there, possibly some pear. Let's give it a go. Oh, look, a bigger bit of cherry. With some peach and pear. I mean, okay, so maybe I was a bit wrong. This is like a semi-posh one. Not full cherries, but certainly something which has been... It's either a cherry or it's a piece of pear that's been colorized to make it look like a bit of cherry. I might try and taste it on its own and see if it has any semblance of cherry taste to it. No, literally tastes like everything else in the tin. Come on, anything else? I'm trying to get the good one. Oh, here we go. Look. I knew if I rummaged deep enough. Look at that. That is definitely something that might have been a cherry at some point. Look at that. All right, let's go on with that one. No, like literally it's just for colour, but hey, I appreciate it's in there. Let's have a... Yeah, not too bad. All right. We can't finish the review off until we've had some chewing gum. It's nice, it's minty. And I've got to taste this toothpaste as well. Because technically it said, oh. That was, is that toothpaste or soap? Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. Oh, if it's soap, it's minty. Yeah, it's alright, but that is... I didn't expect it to be bubbly. It's very thin as well. In fact, it looks more like the hand gel than the hand gel. Okay, well, that was lunch B2 from the Spanish military. Out of 5, what do I give things? Okay, so this is flavour and quality and all the rest of it all put together. Out of 5, isotonic drink. I mean, it's got to be like a 0 because, well, a 0 or a 4. It's 0 because it tastes like nothing apart from a bit of soap. But a 4 because it's also not deeply unpleasant because it doesn't taste much different to water. Just a bit soapy. Bit weird. Soup, 2. I mean, there's like nothing makes you want to go back to this. It's warm and it tastes vaguely okay, but that's your lot, so that's a 2. Pate, solid 4.5. It's actually pretty decent pate for what you get. I've had a lot worse, and this one's quite tasty. Sardines. Okay, most people will probably give it a 0 or a 1, but for sardines, this is a solid 5. This actually tastes like nice sardines. There's nothing horrible. There's nothing gritty in there. They taste really good. I like those. So it has to be a 5 because they are good sardines. The meatballs, generous 2. The meat didn't taste anywhere near as bad as I thought it would, but it's a bit miserable. It smells gross, and the thin gravy and the grey green peas. I mean, why? Why? Plus, there's no rice or anything to soak up that gravy. I mean, and no spoon to spoon it with. Tin fruit salad, yeah, it's all right. I mean, it's a bit bargain basement. It's not very appetising, but it's okay. So it's got to have a 3. I mean, in general, it's better than the British MREs that I had recently, but it's very middle of the range. You know, it's like the whole thing's about a 3, I'd say, overall. It's okay. Not my favourite, but I'm really glad I tried it. And there are a couple of things on here which are actually pretty good. The sardines and the pate are pretty good, but yeah, not my favourite. Alright, well look, I really hope you enjoyed that video. I love making these, I love trying out these MREs, they just make me feel very happy. If you like this video, want to see more like it, then please think about subscribing. Drop me a like, it really helps my channel. If you want me to read your comments, I read all of them, I reply to as many as I can. Drop a comment below, and I'll see you all next time.